Good morning. What is up, my friends? What's up, Guy?
Morning, morning.
So today we decided that we're going to do something a little bit different. Jeff had this idea that we've been getting a lot of requests and questions about pond fishing, shore fishing approach. So we literally just pulled up a map, picked a couple of places that neither one of us have ever fished before, and we're just going to kind of team up and try to break down some urban ponds, see if we can get some bites, have a good time. So it's gonna be weird not competing against you, but
yeah,
we're kind of competing against. I'm gonna beat you today.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's always a competition.
Yeah. So let's see what we can do. We're gonna break it apart and see what happens. So
Yeah.
you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
So what's the game plan for a morning like this when fishing new ponds?
So I think it's just a matter of figuring out what they're relating to and where they're relating to it. I think that's the biggest key. So, are they holding tight to the bank? Are they sitting off in some bubblers or suspended, right? So we got to figure out kind of what mode they're in and then what they're feeding on. It looks like there's some little bait, like I think it's shad. There's some bluegill and stuff too. So, covering ground until we get a bite or two and then trying to dissect it. So I basically brought 3 rods. I've got a crankbait going. I've got one going back and forth from topwater and jerkbait, and then I've got like a swim bait and a jig kind of going back and forth, just trying to see where I'm getting bites. So I'm going to dissect it that way. Griff's got some more finesse game approach, so he's got, drop shot and some other things. So between what we have going, we should hopefully be able to figure something out, or we really suck.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's not that.
What's been your approach this morning to this pond?
This morning I'm just trying to find like high probability areas,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm throwing some pretty finesse type stuff. Right now I'm throwing a drop shot. Been throwing like small jerk baits. Just trying to figure it out, really. Once we get some bites, we'll really be able to break it down, but since nothing's really happening right now, it's kind of difficult. So I've probably switched to like 80 different things already, but I started off like small topwater, trying to move small and quick, and now I'm just trying to slow it down.
Gotcha.
Chewed it.
Wanted it, huh?
Wanted that thing. On the Evoke.
First fish of the morning.
First fish. Got to start somewhere.
Dude, he smoked it, Ben.
Deps Evoke. Always a great place to start when I'm not sure. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, it's a good start. Okay, buddy. All right. On the board, crankbait. Good way to cover ground. Basically, we don't have any clue if there's like a good spot, right? So I think the easiest way to go is just to keep covering a bunch of ground, and reaction is the easiest way to do it until we find we get bit in a couple places, then we'll pick it apart. So let's see if we can get bit again near here and see what happens.
Knew it. That's a good one, dude. Oh, barely hooked. Get him. That's a nice one. Get it, dude. Did I tell you to cast there or what? Did I tell you? Did I tell you to cast there?
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, dude, my God, barely hooked. I thought I was going to lose him,
that's
so
a good one.
I had to go for it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. They love that Evoke, don't they? Solid.
Glad you up, Pooh.
Yeah. Sugoi.
Well,
Well,
back to back.
back to back. I mean, it's looking up, Jeff.
I'd say
I think we might have found a bait in a spot. It's a good one. Nice fish anywhere. Nice, healthy. Oh, hell yeah. All right. We're in business, dude.
You choked it, dude. You think he wanted it?
Well, that.
Came out from under the dock?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just shot out.
What you throwing there, dude?
That's the Gan Craft S shape. Just a nose hook on that.
Boom. Nice little fatty, dude.
Cute little guy. Look at how that color just sheens in the water. So sick.
They're like a lime green here.
So fucking pretty. So dope.
Bouncer, you got it? Boom. You're so fucking clutch, dude. You're so fucking clutch. Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
Red
Tiny-
crankbait, huh?
Red Tiny Blitz. There it is. Fuck yeah. Little crankbait on the BFS.
All right, guys. Well, that is a wrap on our little morning session. Thanks for going, Guy.
Yeah, appreciate the invite.
So, pretty typical, I would say, of urban fishing here in Arizona. Pretty damn tough, wouldn't you say?
Today was an extremely tough day,
Yeah.
definitely.
But we were still able to scratch a couple fish a piece. We'll just kind of break it down really quick. Mindset, since really we didn't have any preconceived idea or like, you know, I know where a rock pile is or I know where this tree is or any of that stuff, was basically just to cover water. We bounced back and forth from reaction to finesse.
Yeah.
And everything I caught today was on reaction, which is a crankbait. And I find that in the pond world, crankbaits are the deal. This is basically my 1-2 punch. I either throw an Evoke or the little LC. So the LC 0.5 or the Evoke either 1-2 or 1-8. Today I went with the 1-8 and the 0.5 DD just so I could grind it a little bit deeper. I just trying to bounce off rocks and try to get some kind of reaction. And the couple I caught definitely reacted to it banging off the rocks. So sometimes, you know, when it gets tough, we have this tendency to switch to soft plastics, which I did plenty of that today as well. And even Jeff was throwing it around a little bit when it got tough, threw around a Senko, a worm, a jig, and they just wouldn't have it. Then you pick up the crankbait and then you get a bite. So I was throwing everything on the Mad Bull Steez A combo, my typical square bill combo, 16-pound Sunline Sniper. Pretty straightforward, the same exact combo that I would throw out at the lake. So, you know, sometimes they want, you know, more of a bait finesse approach. Sometimes they want the bigger stuff. I got my bites on the bigger stuff. What'd you find today?
So I was just pretty much junk fishing all day. Just I switched baits like a billion times today, but I caught 2 fish. One I caught on the OSP Tiny Blitz, running it on a BFS setup. So I'm here with the Megabass P5 Pop X stick with the Steez Air.
It's a fun way to catch them, dude.
Dude, it's fun because all of them feel like giants.
Yep.
They all feel big. My mindset after the first hour was to try to go shallow and fish slow. I fished a lot of finesse stuff. I fished it slow. I tried to keep it close to the bottom as possible. There was a ton of bait shallow, so I was just trying to stay where the bait was, and that's pretty much how I handled the day. My other bait was the Jointed Claw S shape 2.5. This bait right here is It's pretty much just a soft plastic jerk bait. You can use it as a drop shot bait. I just did it weightless on a nose hook, and I just twitched it around like a jerk bait and got bit. Yeah.
What rod is that?
So right here, obviously it's a spinning rod, so it's my wind buster. It's the only spinning rod that touches my hand. So
Greatest spinning rod ever.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's our
commercial.
Yeah, throwing it on a Daiwa Kage MQ 3000. So yeah, it was a difficult day, but right now in Arizona, we're going through this crazy transition on every body of water out here. So finding bites, if you find 1 or 2 bites a day, no matter what, I mean, they're good bites. Like, they're fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing with, you know, urban fishing, pond fishing, you know, these are small little lakes, super temperamental, they get a ton of pressure. You don't have to always go really small and really micro and really tiny line, right? So, I mean, Griff caught them on the BFS gear, I caught them on the full-size gear. You know, they'll eat both things, but sometimes when it just gets tough, you're better off on these, you know, smaller, you know, urban places to just go reaction and just grind and make as many casts as you can and wind as fast as you can or slow as you can, but you're still covering water.
Yeah.
And just try to work off that pure reaction, which is basically what we got bit on
Everything
today.
was a reaction strike. A lot of these urban ponds, there's not really a ton of like structure or cover or anything like that, so you just got to cover water, and when you find a good bite, you kind of want to look for that kind of stuff, but there's not much to choose from, just big bowls.
Yeah. So, you know, there you go. Fun morning. It was good. It was good hanging. I appreciate you hanging. We each got a couple of bites, so, you know, maybe we should do the same thing again, but go maybe a little bit more remote, but try some reaction in your neck of the woods. Yeah, want to do that? All right.
Yeah.
So until next time, guys, thank you for joining us. Try the reaction stuff out in your urban ponds and small little bodies of water. I know you guys will catch some fish, so we will see you around the corner. Peace out.